All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode. And in today's video, we'll be doing more of trade recaps of what we of the trade we took on Fridays, which is GU and AUD. All right, these were the two assets we traded on Fridays, and the two assets was a loss for us. So today's video will be more of recaps, what happened, and also we'll be talking also about our directional movement for the week, all right? What we are expecting to see on AUD and also on GU, and also at the same time on XAUSD, our next directional buyers we'll be looking out for, all right? So that will be basically what we'll be talking today, all right? And I believe this video also find it helpful for you if you are watching this on your own end. All right, so first of all, we'll be dealing on GPUSD, all right? And this is my analysis we analyzed on Friday and how the market played out, all right? So on GU, let me take this. On GU, we're expecting a sell on Friday, and I called that the trade. You can also check that on my community channel. You can use the link on my bio to see what happened there, and because I also shared my trade analysis there with them, all right? So on GU, on 4 hours, on 4 hours, let's see what we have on 4 hours on GU. You can tell or you can see that the directional bias on GU is more of sell opportunities, right? GU is more of sell opportunities from our 4 hours directional bias of what we are seeing on GU. All right, so avoidance analysis, my support, my resistance, and everything. All right, so on 1 hour time frame, let me show you what happened. Let me explain the chart for it on 1 hour time frame. So on 1 hour time frame, we saw this price giving us this touch. All right, price move up, give us the first touch, came back down, back again to this minor support, push again, give us another touch, another resistance, and this which make this particular level a strong resistance for GU on 1 hour time frame. And what happened? Market starts dropping back again, but and what happened next? We want it to become a resistance for us so we can go in for the second sell opportunities on GU. And after price gets to the particular support, what happened next is that we saw price moving back again to the support to make it resistance, which is we need a price to come back again to test on this particular neckline. So we paying attention to other assets. So this particular setup we did not go in for the sell, of which price gave us a clear chart pattern, which is double top. You see, price touch here and price was the previous sell. Now, when I found out that price get to this particular low, which is this point, price dropped to this low, and a few pips to our support. What happened next is that price start buying again, back all the way to this particular level. And now what I'm expecting to see was a reaction or a rejection on this particular level. Now, if you pay attention clear to the chart, when price get to this point, what happened next on GU? We start seeing price giving us this rejection at this point, and price touch again to this particular level, and that was the reason why I called in for the sell on GU. When price get to that point, I called in for the sell on GU. All right, based on the candlestick confirmations I found on that zone. All right, so let me show you. Now, if you pay attention to what is happening here, you can see that this is a clear price action. All right, price has been reacting on that particular zone. This is a clear price action. All right, price is reacting on this point, and due to the closure of these candlesticks, we go in for a sell. All right, after price close with this bearish engulfing candlesticks, we waited for price to give us a little bit push to the upside so we can jump in for the sell. So after the push, we went in straight away for the sell. All right, that was when I called in for the sell, and at some point we're in a bit profit, on a sell before price start retracing back again to our stop loss. All right, and at this point I called out for the trade on my Telegram channel that they should close out for the sell. The price is retracing back to our XL. All right, I told them to close the trade in loss. All right, but now the market start dropping back again to our directional movement, and this is why I want to pay attention to know the reason why price is manipulating around our region. All right, so at this point I'll still be expecting more of sales. All right, although this is Sunday, I'm doing this record on Sunday, and I'm also explaining what happened on Friday on GU. All right, so at this point, what will be my next directional bias next week? That's the question, right? What am I looking at for next week? Now, this whole stuff I've played out. All right. So what will be the next option? Now, from what I'm seeing here, based on this rejection, one, two, three, I'm also looking out for a sell opportunities on GU. All right. But that will be during the London section. So I'll be expecting more of sales. So I need to see what price we do. I want the price to clear out the noise so I can see what the market is trying to do. All right. If the sell will continue or the buy will continue. Because if the sell did not drop again, then that means we'll be expecting a buy from this point or a buy from this point. Price should take out and come back for a retracement. Then we'll go in for a buy. All right. That's my next directional bias I'm expecting on GU at this point. All right. But if the sell decide to happen, then that means our next set point, if we not get the sell from this particular entry point, then our next sell point should be when price take out this particular region, come back for a retracement, then we'll go in for a sell on that was my next set target. So that's that for GU. So on AUD, what am I expecting on AUD? Same thing on AUD. Now, if you look at on AUD, this was a loss for us on AUD. All right, this was a huge loss. Now, let me explain the chart before you conclude that I hit your stop loss. Let me just explain what happened on AUD and why we decide to go in for a sell. Now, on 4-hour time frame, which is where I do my analysis, on 4-hour time frame, you can see the structure for AUD is sell. We can see more sell present than a buy, and that was the reason why we go in for a sell. All right, that was the reason why we decided to take advantage of the trend. Now, on 1-hour time frame, guys, we spotted this particular price action, which is price take out this particular region, came back for a retest, and price sold out. Retrace again. This is another confirmation. And what happened again? Price sold. What happened? We saw book bottom. And what happened next? Price spike to the upside. All right. The market start, buying crazily. You can see the momentum candlesticks. Price start buying crazy to the upside. So at this point, since price take out my areas of interest, I was expecting price to come back to make this resistance a support. But what happened next? I saw this crazy bearish engulfing candle that changed the whole thing for me to decide to go in for the sell. Now, when price dropped down and gave us this crazy bearish engulfing candle, let me take all this stuff so you can see the chart. Now, price gave us this crazy bearish engulfing candlesticks, which represents sell present in the market on GU. And I was like, okay, since there's this sell engulfing candlesticks, what we need next is a little bit of retracement. Then we go in for the sell. And when I saw this closure of this candlestick, that this bearish candlestick that closes with rejection candlesticks, that was when I called in for the sell on AUD. That was when I called in for the sell, and our target was around this point. All right, and our stop loss was above the previous high, which is here, because if I keep it this way, it will be over, the risk will be too much for us. So and what happened next? Price was a little bit in profit before the rejection, and price hits our stop loss. And also updates them on the platform that we got haunted on AUD and our stop loss has been hit. All right. So now what would be the next option? If I were to ask, who will I be looking out for next since price hit our stop losses? What will be the next directional movement on AUD? Simple. All right. Now you can see clearly that AUD is around our support level now. Price have turned this resistance level to support. Now what I'm looking out for is that okay, if I want to go in for a trade, then I'll wait for the price to do its thing, come back to this level, and if there's any rejection around this point, then definitely we'll be shorting, we'll be longing this trade back to the upside. All right, that's my next target. All right, but if this fails to happen, or if the market decide to go back again based on the trend of the market, then that means we need to wait for price to take back this particular level and make it a what, a resistance, so we can what, sell AUD. All right, so we can sell
How many people
AUD
are those
back
switching on?
to the downside. Yes, for AUD. And quick one before I end this video. On XAUSD, I think I have analysis on XAUSD. Right. On XAUSD, I'm having this same analysis, this same directional bias, but it's not yet confirmed for us on XAUSD. So what I'll be looking at for next is price to just push back up to this point and drop down to this level. That would be that for XAUSD. Or more or less, we look out for the buy opportunities for the price to push up to this point, then come back for a retracement, and we buy XAUSD. All right. So if this information find it helpful to you, then like and subscribe. Also share this to your friends and loved ones or whoever you follow traders, so they can also take advantage of what we have here on our channel. All right. And you can also join my community with the link on my bio, so you can have access to my free signals and also market insights of what I'm looking out for in the market. All right. So that's that for the trade recap on GU and AUD. All right. So let's see how next week will look. Will look like. Let's see what the market have for us next week, and also take advantage of that. All right. So that's that for that. That's that for that. All right. That's what I have for you guys, and that's the knowledge I have to share for now. So next week we'll be looking at what the market will be doing. All right. So I think that's all I have to say. Till next week, guys. So bye for now. See you guys next week.